Hello and welcome back to All About Community. When we went to break, I was talking with Dr. Paulina Van. Dr. Van is a PhD in nursing, and we were about to get into some interesting discussions about, I believe it, prenatal grief and coping and stuff. You wrote your dissertation on that, I believe.
Yes, I did.
And you were saying right before we went to break about you had an interest in the impacts that I guess that blacks suffer oftentimes because of death. I'll assume premature death, unnecessary deaths of mothers and children in the prenatal process.
Yes, absolutely. My focus was on the loss of the pregnancies, and really grabbed me. And I'm a fixer, so I see a problem, I want to fix it. And I had this grandiose idea that I could change the death rate of pregnancy loss among African American women. But very early in my doctoral study, I realized that it's so complex. There are social, historical, personal,
What are some
political.
of the social? Well, I understand some of the political reasons.
Yeah.
But what are some of the social reasons?
Okay, so we look at how uh, Black women, African American, are treated in our society, how they are
Are they treated differently?
marginalized, thought of not as smart, um, productive. And these are all stereotypes that are not new. They've existed for hundreds of years. But what intrigued me was that even when you made the playing field level, when you compared white women with a black woman who's pregnant, and they have the same education, the same income, they're married, etc., the African American women are still losing their babies and pregnancies at a higher rate.
Yeah, we went through that just recently with our daughter. Of course, my wife, as you know, is a physician, but I tell you, had she not been, I suspect we would have lost both the mother and the daughter. But my wife was all over the situation. I mean, really all over it. I understand you did your postdoctorate fellowship research at USF, and what did that entail? Did that stay on the same?
Sure. But I actually did my postdoc at UCSF in the School of
Oh, okay,
at
okay.
UCSF in the
University of
School of
California.
with a phenomenal nurse researcher, and her research is sleep among women who are pregnancy. So she studies sleep. So I learned to study sleep in women after they've had a pregnancy loss. Phenomenal. I learned.
You mean that it interferes with their sleep? I suppose.
Absolutely, and they have these unique dreams that relive the loss, and then of course causes sleep disruption. And this isn't talked about much. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, a loss is traumatic, no matter what you say. Now, you are a teacher. You're a professor, right? And you've had a number of positions. Could you talk about some of those positions you taught?
Sure, absolutely. I am a full professor at Samuel Merritt University.
That's right here in Oakland.
Right here in Oakland, and I'm a history maker in that respect.
Now, how are you a history maker?
After
Tell us.
100 years of the university being an institution, myself and Dr. Michelle Hampton were the first African American full professors promoted at the university, and that was in 2016.
And was the doctor, the other person also a doctorate of nursing?
Yes, she was Doctor of Philosophy.
Philosophy in nursing.
Yes,
Right.
she PhD from UCSF. Yes.
Oh, okay. Well, I tell you, and now before we go to break, just quickly, how many, or do you have any guess of how many black PhDs in nursing that we have across the nation?
Okay, so I'm going to put it in context. In California, we have 300,000 registered nurses active. In the nation, we have 4 million. Only 20% of both those are graduate prepared, and only 2% of that number are doctorally prepared nurses. And so when you
2%.
2%, but that's everybody. And so when you look at the percentage of African American nurses in the profession, the number gets even smaller. But I had the opportunity to count up how many I know personally.
And how many?
20.
20. I tell you, we congratulate you on significant achievement. We're going to have to go to break, so don't touch that remote. We will be right back. All about community with Dr. Paulina Grisham. I knew I was going to get that in.